Hello and welcome to this unit, which is going to focus on F.R. Leavis's concept of completeness of response. And I am Dr. Shyaonti Talwar, who is going to take you through this unit. So let us first look at F.R. Leavis's contribution to criticism. He was part of the modern movement of literary criticism. And in fact, he was one of the foremost literary critics of his times. He was a British literary critic, and Leavis was born in the year 1895, and he died in the year 1978. So, what he did, his position as regards poetry was that he never believed that he never adopted a theory of the poem as a self contained and self sufficient aesthetic and formal artifact, isolated from society, culture, and tradition from which it emerged. So, here we have glimpses of T.S. Eliot's views, also his approach and attitude to criticism, where he considers a work to be a part of a longer tradition. In F.R. Leavis, also, we find a similar attitude to poetry. He did not go with the idea of the new critics who said that poetry needs to be looked at as an isolated unit, as an independent unit, rather than as the outcome of socio-political, cultural events. But Leavis was of the exact opposite view. He felt that it was wrong to divorce poetry from society and from the culture that had produced it. And in fact, subsequent English and American university departments, which subsequent critics who worked in these departments were shaped much by Leavis's examples and ideas. So Leavis had a lasting impression on the academia, right? And for Leavis, the critic was of foremost importance. He felt the literary critic was the only complete reader of a literary text, be it poetry or a prose piece, because he felt that the literary critic was the one who had the complete, who had the expertise and who was well equipped with the devices, with the strategies, or with the insight to judge and evaluate and to respond holistically to a literary text. And therefore, he believed that only a literary critic is in a position to offer complete criticism, and therefore, the literary critic is actually the ideal reader. Now, I have over here Leavis's quote, which kind of summarizes, or it's the essence of his theory of completeness of response, which is with respect to the literary critic. So he says literary criticism trains, in a way no other discipline can, intelligence and sensibility together, cultivating a sensitiveness and precision of response and a delicate integrity of intelligence. Intelligence that integrates as well as analyzes and must have pertinacity and staying power as well as delicacy. So, Leavis honestly believes that the literary critic possesses a superior form of intelligence, awareness, observation, and insight, which puts the critic in a better position as compared to a normal reader to completely respond to a literary work. And that is what is meant by completeness of response.